All right, guys, it's our favorite time. We're going to can some dried pinto beans. Y'all, this is easy. Come on along, join me.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Nana's Kitchen. Today is Saturday, and we are going to be doing one of y'all's favorites. We're going to be canning some beans. Here's what we need to do. We need to have 7 clean jars. We have 7 clean lids and sterilized, 7 clean sterilized rings. The jars have been sterilized. Okay, you're going to need canning and pickling salt, unless you want to use a different kind of salt. You can use pink Himalayan, you can use sea salt, whatever you want to use. We're going to have 1 pound of bacon. You're not going to use the whole pound, but you're going to need at least 2 pounds of pinto beans. I have 8. 8 is not going to fit in these jars. You're going to see it only takes 1 cup. So you need at least 2 pounds of pinto beans, all right? You're going to need your pressure canner. And you're going to need some room temperature water to fill up the jars when we get through, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and prepare our pressure cooker and put 3 quarts of water in it, but everything is the same temperature. Nothing is going to be hot, okay? All right, we're going to put 3 quarts of water in our canner. 1 quart. 2 quarts. 3 quarts of water into our canner. Okay, now to our canner, we're going to add a little bit of vinegar, because what this does is this helps to keep your jars from getting cloudy on the outside. The next step is to wash your pinto beans. Honey, wash them. So you might want to start off with 2 pounds, but I'm going to finish canning these later. I'm not going to be able to do them all today. All right, and we're going to wash them thoroughly, and we're going to make sure we get any pieces that we see that are messed up, and we're getting any dirt off of them. Okay, so now we're going to start filling each jar. It's going to take 1 cup. It's going to take 1 cup of dried pinto beans. Let me find my funnel. Okay, 1 cup of dried pinto beans. Now they don't look like much, but girl, they swell up just like they do in your stomach. All right, so 1 cup in each quart jar. Now, if you were doing a pint jars, you would use half a cup. All 7 of our jars filled now. So what you're going to do next is you're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt to each jar. Now, I have put my canning and pickling salt into a smaller cup, be easier to dish out. So, okay, we're going to put 1 teaspoon in each jar. All right, and after you have that, then you're going to put half a slice of bacon in each jar. Now, a lot of people say, can I season it with this or this or this? When I don't do seasonings in there, because you never know how they're going to ferment or how they're going to change. It's going to be cooked through just like everything else is. It's not raw when it's done, it's cooked. Okay, so we have 1 cup of beans, we have 1/2 a piece of bacon, and we have 1 teaspoon of canning and pickling salt in each jar. Now we're ready to add our water to the jars. Now remember, all of this is room temperature. Nothing is hot, nothing has been boiling. The canner is still cold. I haven't even turned the heat on yet. So do everything cold, okay? Do everything room temperature. All right, here we go. We're gonna fill it all the way up to 1-inch headspace, which is at the bottom of the mouth. I'll show you, just for those who don't know. 1-inch space means come to the bottom of this rim. 1/2 inch space is this second rim, okay? So when you hear that 1-inch head space, now if you want to technically measure it, you can, but 1-inch space is at the bottom ring, 1/2 inch space is at the second ring, okay? So head space. 1-inch headspace. Our last jar. Okay, each one of them is filled to 1-inch headspace, 1-inch headspace. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get us a little bit more of the white vinegar. We're not going to put it in the beans. We're going to take it and we're going to wipe off the rims, okay? The reason why we do that is the white vinegar on a paper towel cleans off any grease or anything, dust particles that can keep it from sealing. So that's what we're doing next. Okay, so with our white vinegar in a cup, we are going to put our paper towel in it, squeeze off any excess. We're going to wipe around each jar, and then we're going to put our clean, sterilized lids and rings on fingertip tight. Not too tight, fingertip tight, okay? And do that with each jar. Okay, we have all our lids on fingertip tight. Now we're going to take them to the pressure canner. Pressure canner's still not on yet, okay? So let's put them in the canner. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put each quart in our cold canner and put them all in there. And then once we get them all in there, we'll turn our canner on. My canner holds 7 quarts. All right, so we've got them all in there. So now we're going to turn our burner on high, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our lid on. Make sure we're on the right side here. And we're going to close it. Now what we're going to do is it's going to take a little bit and it's going to get hot and it's going to fill up. When it starts blowing steam out of this little place right here, we're going to turn the timer on for 10 minutes and let the steam blow out for 10 minutes. That's so that all the air can evacuate the canner. All right, so we'll wait and see when it starts steaming. Okay, our steam has been coming out of here and here. So I know you can't see it, but we're going to let it go out for 10 minutes and then we will put our weight on it. Okay, so we've put our steamer on there. It steamed for 10 minutes. As soon as we put the weight on there, this sealed. So now it's building up pressure, and we're going to wait for it to get to 10 pounds of pressure. Okay, so our time now, the weight is at 10 pounds of pressure. We're going to set our timer. Okay, start our timer for an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Okay, timer's fixing to go off. Yep, it's been 1 hour and a half, 90 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the burner off and we're going to let this cool down naturally. Okay, it didn't take as long as I thought. It only took like 30 minutes. Okay, always open the lid away from you so that you don't get burned. See? Don't want to get burned by the steam. All right, listen. Okay, now. Okay, our last jar. It looks so good. Yummy. Look at those. Oh, my goodness. Yummy goodness. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to let these sit out on the counter till tomorrow morning, and we'll get up and we'll test to see if they're sealed, and then we'll take our rings off and we'll store them. Y'all, you gotta can me some beans. It's so easy.